monitors in our account. So basically a resource monitor helps us to create a budget, and we can take two types of resource monitors that we can create. The first one is on an account level. So this will be for all of the account together. And then for individual warehouses, we can also set those resource monitors. And how this works now in detail, we want to have a look at now. So first of all, we have to select the account admin role for this, because this is the only default role that can be used to create those resource monitors. So make sure you have this role selected. And then you need to navigate into cost management, and then here under resource monitors you can see all of the existing resource monitors. So also other roles can see them, but only the account admin can actually create them. So therefore we in our case want to now do this. So we click here on resource monitor to create a new one. And first of all, we have to give it a name. So here, just give it a descriptive name. So in our case, we want to create an overall budget, a monthly budget for our account. So let's say we call it account budget. We can also say account or monthly account budget. So let me call it monthly account budget. And be aware, we cannot use white spaces here, so this is an invalid character, so we have to use those underscores if we want to separate this. So I say monthly account budget, and then we have to specify the quota. So here, how many credits is the limit basically? What is the quota here in the given cycle, so in the given period? And here we can also define the period. So here in our case it's monthly, which we could customize, but here we just specify in our case now, for example, 10 credits as just an example. And then here we have, as mentioned, those two types. So we have either account or warehouse. In our account, it should be, or in our case, it should be about the entire account. And then here again, we could set the schedule, so we could customize it and change this, but we just leave it actually at this default, which says that it starts immediately with the monitoring, it resets every month, so once a month, and also it never ends. So this is just our schedule, a monthly schedule basically. And then here we have the important actions. So here we have three different types of actions that we can use. The first action is basically just notifying us. So we get an email when a specific percentage of credits of our quota is used. For example, if I enter the value 50, this means that now when we have reached 50% of our quota, i.e. 5 credits, we will be notified. But nothing happens, everything continues, nothing will be shut down. But then we have also here at, for example, 80% we can set that it should now suspend and notify us. So then we will be notified, and also the warehouses will be shut down. So this though allows the running queries to complete before they will be suspended. So maybe we have some, we don't want to abort the existing queries because maybe they are important, and therefore we first finish all of those queries. They will not be aborted, and then after that it will shut down the warehouses. So this means that it can consume more than those 80%, but then after this is reached, everything will be shut down. So after the queries are completed. And then if we want to be more strict, because maybe some of those queries run for a very, very long time, and we want to be really sure that it's immediately shut down at a specific percentage, for example, at, let's say, 99%, then immediately everything should be aborted and no more credit should be used. Then we can also set here this suspend immediately, and this will abort all running queries and immediately suspend the warehouse, so no more credits are used. You could even leave a little bit of a buffer and use more than 100%, for example 105%, if you want to make sure that really everything is still completed and nothing will be aborted, so that you have a little bit of a buffer. But then at this point it should be shut down. So like this, you could create a resource monitor, and you could also add more of this. So you can also say that you want to be notified maybe at also already 25%, so you can add also an additional action. In our case, we don't want to have this, so we can also remove it, and we can create the resource monitor like this. And then we will see in just a second that this resource monitor will be created and it will be in place. And here we see it has been created and now it is working. So now it is in place and it is taking those actions based on the percentages of the quota that we have set up. All right, so this is how we can set up the resource monitors. Hope it was helpful and see you.